Morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I expected that. Plenke, plenke, good morning. Let's try that again. Good morning. Wow, I thought you guys would be excited that you come here to collect all those amazing prizes. Yeah? So let's get a big good morning for that, right? In anticipation of the fun and all the good things that are going to happen today. So let's try that again. Good morning. Woo! Nice. Clap yourself. So I want to say good morning and welcome to our annual essay, oratory, poster, and performing arts competition. Now, as you know, this competition has been around for a long time, 32 years. Can you imagine? All right, so we are going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to enjoy, we're going to watch and see what you guys have to offer as well. And of course, we're going to be giving out some amazing prizes. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to stand for the national anthem. Please be seated. Thank you. All right, so we have the prayer right after because in everything we have to invite the Lord in the midst, right? And of course, our national anthem is also a prayer, right? Good. So, but before we do that, I just want to recognize the different schools that are here today. So I see Cornwall College. So I want you to just give me a shout out. Or you have a clap, right? I see how you guys behave for champs. So we have to give the same sort of energy when it comes to education, right? So let's go. So we have Cornwall College. Cornwall College! Whoa, great. I see Kingston Technical High School. Come again. Kingston Technical High School. All right. I see the ladies over here. St. Hilda's High School. Okay, I see another school that I'm not recognizing the uniform. What school are you from? Of course, Chetwood. All right, let's try that. Chetwood Primary School. Okay, awesome. And I'm sure the other schools are on their way, but yeah, I see some coming as well. But the show must go on, right? All right, so at this time, I'm going to ask you to stand again, and I'm going to ask Mrs. C. Marcia Henry to come and bless us and bless this day and this event.
Good morning, everyone. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you have made. We thank you for life, for health, for strength. We thank you for protecting us, for those who came from far to Kingston. We thank you, Lord, for being here with us. And we thank you for our students, the intellect that you have blessed them with, the creativity and the energy. And we pray as we go through this award ceremony that it will be a good time, that everyone will be invigorated to continue to learn science and see how science can be applied for national development. We give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mrs. Henry. All right. You may be seated. At this time, I want to invite Mr. Elijah Green. All right, so before Mr. Green, Mr. Green, he can come. All right, before he starts his presentation, I just want to give the ladies who are registering at the back an opportunity to sit. All right. All right, so we're waiting to begin, but we just want to get everyone seated. So we're asking the ladies who are at the back of the room to just come and sit down. And of course, we'll take the registration sheet to you shortly. All right, thank you so much. So come up to the front, man. Fill up the seat. Fill up the seat. All right. So Mr. Elijah Green, Information Services Division Manager at the Scientific Research Council, will bring greetings and welcome. And let me tell you a little fun fact about Mr. Green. He plays basketball. You could guess? All right, Mr. Green.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I want to give a pleasant good morning and a warm welcome to the Scientific Research Council EOPP Awards Ceremony. I am Elijah Green, and I do play basketball, but I'm not the best basketball player in the world. I'm not Michael Jordan, but I do play basketball. But on behalf of the council, I would like to thank the STU team for putting on this event. This event has been going on for 32 years. And I definitely want to thank the STU team for continuing the process of putting on this event and making sure the youths are being empowered and learning more about science and carrying on science into the day-to-day activity. I want to thank Mr. Errington Case from the Jamaica Public Service for being a part of this initiative and seeing that youths can play a part in encouraging more and more ways of putting science in the part of creating more wealth creation in youth. I also want to thank the judges who's going to play a key important part of this event and just ensuring that the youth will be judged accordingly and they can get their prizes. And I just want to thank everyone for being here because this is going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to everything and thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Green. And I love that I didn't have to say give him an applause. You know, right on cue. Thank you, guys. All right, awesome. So at this time, I'm going to deliver the opening remarks for the competition. So this year, the Science and Technology Education Unit, and we're affectionately called STU. You hear Mr. Green refer to us as STU, right? So we're the Science and Technology Education Unit of the Scientific Research Council. And we are marking our 27th anniversary this year. However, long before that, the SRC gave birth to the annual essay, oratory, poster, and performing arts competition. We like to call it EOPP, right? The EOPP competitions are celebrating 32 years and were conceptualized to aid in the council's efforts to popularize science, technology, and innovation, starting with the youth, and are designed to motivate students to research topics, develop ideas surrounding science and technology, communicate effectively, and through the poster and performing arts competitions, artistically bring to life Science and Technology Solutions to Problems in Jamaica and the Caribbean region. In fact, for all our competitions and events, we try to conceptualize themes and topics that are relevant to the Jamaican and Caribbean context, allowing students to reflect on how science and technology impact their everyday lives and how they can impact their communities through the application of science and technology. The competitions this year received the usual support from schools, from teachers and students, but of course we'll always want more, right? I would have loved to see this room completely filled, right? So hopefully we'll be bigger and better. We're just coming out of COVID, right? All right, so the essay and oratory competition was held under the theme, Youth Have the Power. And from the essays submitted, the top students at the primary and secondary level were shortlisted to present their essays in an oral format. Of those presented, the top orators will be awarded today in addition to the best essay writers. And of course, I know the primary school students will actually be delivering their oratory component today. All right, so you guys can look out for that. It should be a treat. All right. As is customary, students entering the poster competition tackle the same general theme as those entering the essay competition. Let me hear the theme again. Anybody remember the theme? Why? So like we don't have no power. Try that again. What is the theme? Youth have the power. Yes, I want to see you guys demonstrating that power here today. And of course, that is why our guest speaker is from none other than Jamaica Public Service Company Limited, JPS. So I'm sure he's going to pump you up with some power by the time he starts with his presentation. All right? So the poster competition is an avenue for students to express themselves artistically on topical issues while becoming more scientifically literate through research on the theme of the competition. These entries were vetted by our expert panel of judges in an effort to continue to promote the ideas put forward by the winners. Guess what? The SRC will frame the poster for the winning schools, that is for the primary and secondary, and identifying the schools as winners of this year's competition and posting a photo of the winning entry along with the students' names. And guess what? This frame will be proudly displayed at the council. So you can look forward to that. So, you know, many years to come, you come to the SRC to work, you're going to see your photo frame still up. Look at that. That's awesome, right? I have one in my office from Cornwall College with the student name and the school displayed, and, you know, it's right there. So that's what you have to look forward to. Now, let's look at the performing arts. So the performing arts competition saw students utilize drama, song, or dub poetry creatively to depict the challenges that Jamaicans face as the cost of energy rises and actions that young people can take to address some of these challenges. This topic was selected as a response to the need for greater public education on the 2021-2023 global energy crisis, which began in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021. With much of the globe actually facing shortages and increased prices in oil, gas, and electricity markets. So essential to the success of our annual competitions are the dedicated and guess what? Hardworking who? Me? Teachers, yes. Right, so for our success, we have to say our heartfelt congratulations to the teachers who spend countless hours assisting the students. This competition could not be possible without you, our teachers, who serve as the council's constant point of contact with the ever-changing education environment. We'd also like to congratulate all entrants here today. Please help me to give them a round of applause. In closing, it must be said that despite the many challenges being faced by our youth, their parents, schools, and society at large, it is through competitions like this, like the EOPP, that we realize the vast potential of our youth. The ideas and intelligence that resonate from these students are surely inspiring. But don't take my word for it. Let's check out the competition highlights.
Stable price, afford eternal life, less global warming, less stress, improve public health and future with education. Then a future with many features to create a nation with no frustration. Renewable energies is all over the place now. Make me name a few and give you a clue. Hydro. Energy running lower. The economy going slower. It looks impossible to escape this flow. Like this, power will grow up. Fuel price rising. Jamaica losing its lighting. Fight to keep Jamaica alive. Yet it's still not a fight, even if the future don't look too bright. Youth have the power. In front of that, we have a power. We have a dominate, we have a power, because we are the future. Energy running.
Sorry for the movements. All right. How did you guys feel about that? Like seeing yourself, right? On the screen, you're like, Okay, awesome. So it was a lot of fun watching those videos and, seeing you doing your performance. Of course, we also had our annual communications workshop, which was really to just assist our students to improve their science communication skills. All right, so I hope that after the workshop, you're ready today to take it to us, right? And really bring the power. All right, so at this time, I want to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Errington Case. Mr. Errington Case is an ordained pastor who has served in various leadership capacities at the Fellowship Tabernacle Church in Kingston, Jamaica for over 25 years. He's married to Tanya Case and have enjoyed a rich 22-year-old marriage. Their union has produced 3 world changers, Justice, Noah, and Chloe. Together, they have been responsible for several ministry initiatives in Jamaica, including the Mountain Movers Children's Club, Wife Material Mentorship, and the Built in His Image Men's Mentorship. Errington is an accomplished musician who has toured internationally with several Jamaican artists, including Black Uhuru, Chevelle Franklin, and Lieutenant Stitchie. He holds a Bachelor's of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering from the University of the West Indies, received the Certified Energy Manager designation from the Association of Energy Engineers Board in Georgia, USA, numerous certificates in business management from Harvard Business School, and a certificate in project management from the University of New Orleans. He has over 30 years of experience in the electric utility business and has served on the board of management for the Spanish Town Hospital for several years. Arrington has lectured at the Whole Life College for over 10 years and has recently authored the book, Built in His Image, Eternal by Design. Let me hear you give a round of applause for Mr. Arrington Case.
Good morning. Let me hear you say, I have the power to make a change. You think we can sing that? I have the power to make a change. I have the power to make a change. You have the power to make a change. Come on, man. Point to the person beside you. You have the power to make a change. I have the power to make a change. You're all performers, you know, so I expect you to be all vibesy and singing. I stand up here and I look at you guys and I remember it was just like yesterday, but it's over almost 40 years. When I was sitting in the same place you were sitting, and my high school, Glenmuir High School, Glenmuir is here? Glenmuir High School from first form to fifth form, and then I went to Manchester High School for sixth form. So I have 2 schools, right? And I remember entering similar competitions like you. I'm almost certain that I entered this competition, yeah, if my memory serves me correct, when I was at Manchester High School. But I started off by telling you that you have the power to make a change. Reason being, the future belongs to you. Point to the person beside you and say, the future belongs to you. And I see some teachers pointing to it. But just addressing the youth, the future belongs to you. It is your responsibility to correct all the errors made by my generation and generations of the past. It is your responsibility to change the dynamics of what is happening as it relates to energy, as it relates to fossil fuels, as it relates to greenhouse gases. You guys are quite familiar with what is happening in the world, right? I'm absolutely certain that you all went through all of that, because why I'm so certain, I have 3 children. One went to JC, one went to Campion College, and my daughter is currently in first form at Immaculate, just around the corner, just down there. And so I'm quite familiar with the curriculum that they have to go through in terms of science and understanding renewable energy and how it impacts us. And you may be quite familiar with some of the negative impacts that greenhouse gases have been having on our island state. Anybody want to just tell me, give me 1 or 2 examples? Greenhouse gases, what impact is it having on us in Jamaica? No, not teacher. No teachers, no SRC staff. I want to hear from the students. Come on, guys. What impact is greenhouse gases having on us? Go ahead. Rising sea level, that's one. Global warming, very good. Now, guys, when fossil fuels are burnt, it results in gases, mainly carbon dioxide, which prevents the heat, which traps the heat on the earth and causes the temperature to rise. It causes the ice in the glaciers to melt. It causes sea levels to rise, which is very bad even for us as an island state, because we're losing our beaches. I recently went to Hellshire, and I remember when I used to go a certain distance out in the water. And now when I go to Hellshire, there's no beach. I'm standing literally on a rocky cliff, and the water is all the way up to the land. And the impact is so severe that, let's say, even our water tables, where we have natural fresh water, where Water Commission goes and get that nice water and pump it to you. Guys, if you've traveled, you know that the kind of water that we can drink from our taps in Jamaica is rare. If you go to some other Caribbean islands like Curacao and all of these islands, you're drinking the pipe water, you're tasting salt in it. Reason being is that as global warming takes place and the sea level rises, the salt water comes and it encroaches on the groundwater that we get our natural fresh water to drink from. So even our water that we are drinking is at threat by these emissions. And I should say, unfortunately, I work for Jamaica Public Service Company, which is a utility company, which is one of the largest producers of fossil fuels, or producers of greenhouse gases, which is using fossil fuels to burn to make energy, right? So we are at the heart of the problem, so we also have to be at the heart of the solution. So at JPS, we are doing several initiatives. We are supporting the government of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica has several policies, which I'm sure SRC is a part of, that is just looking at how can we reduce the emission of these harmful gases, and how can we contribute to preserving the planet. Now, you may say, the world is so big, how can me, just a little student in the Caribbean, make such an impact on this global one? When you check it out, large nations like India, China, large nations, these large nations, they are the ones contributing most of those greenhouse gases. And when I checked the statistics this morning, it actually said that Jamaica was contributing 0.02% of those emissions. So you may say to yourself, then if Jamaica is only producing such a small amount, when we in Jamaica have our initiatives and we do all of these things, what type of impact are we having? You may ask yourself that question, what type of lasting impact can we have on the world? But I want you to point to the person beside you again and say, I have the power to make a change. Again, I have the power to make a change. Jamaica is a small island, but you must have heard the saying, say, we look about we what? We look about we what? We have been a nation that has the ability to impact the world, the ability to change things on a global scale. God has blessed us as a nation with, it's just so unique. God has singled us out as a nation which can impact the world on a global scale in all areas. And I dare say that science and technology is one such area which is an untapped reserve for this nation. The development of science and technology and research among our youth in coming up with solutions that can fix the world's problem, I believe it's lying here in this room. I believe it's lying here in our schools. I believe that we have the children who can be innovative and come up with solutions that can fix the problem for the world. So I don't want you to think just about saving energy and conservation in that Jamaican context. As you do research and development, you can come up with solutions that can fix the world's problems. I'm a pastor by nature, so I will give you Bible examples. God has a way of using small things to fix big problems. God will use a David to slay a Goliath. God will use a Joseph to save the world from famine. A little boy in a prison, he was a slave at the time of no recognition. And God used a nobody. And have him rise to a position where he now can impact and influence and change the entire world. And I believe that our youths here in Jamaica can come up with innovative solutions which can not just fix the problem for Jamaica, but fix the problem for the world. I am very close to the problem because I manage grid interconnection at JPS, so I manage all the power plants that are connected to the grid and all the new projects that are going connected to the grid. One of the biggest projects that I worked on recently was the 37 megawatt installation of 8 Rivers in Westmoreland. That's one of the largest solar facilities in the Caribbean. And that was done here in Jamaica. So we look about way? We look about way? So we are doing things on a large scale to try to reduce it. But when we are working on that 0.002%, again, you're going to ask the question, how can we impact the world? And I do believe it's going to come through innovation through our youths. So I support what Scientific Research Council is doing in terms of encouraging research and development and encouraging you to become students of the sciences, because one day one of you guys could be at MIT and coming up with a solution that is fixing this problem for the world. One of the biggest problems we have now, even though there's renewable energies, energy solutions, and even though we have solar, wind, and all of that, it's intermittent by nature, and it doesn't stay on for the entire 24 hours of the day. So the sun shines only from, say, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So those solutions are limited in the offerings that they offer. They do help, but in terms of sustainable, something that is out there that is actually impacting and keeping that impact going, sustained in a sustained way, they cannot deliver that. So there's a lot of research that is happening now looking at batteries and looking at storage and storage solutions and how we can come up with ways of storing what is produced during the day so that you can have it to use during the night. And I give that example as one of the areas in which there is need for research and development. And I do believe that those answers may be lying right here in this room, and the world is waiting for a Joseph, the world is waiting for a David from our small island of Jamaica to give to the world a solution that fixes the world problem. That's why we have to mentor teachers. I want to speak to the teachers a little bit. We have to be careful what we speak over our children. We have to be careful that we identify talent and we mentor and we nurture and we develop these talents so that they can become the next Einsteins of the future. And sometimes it just takes a mentor who sees potential in a child to mentor that child, for that child to develop, to become all of what he or she has the potential to be. God is so wise that he deposited in every single child endless possibilities. Say to the person beside you, endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. One of my favorite scriptures, Psalm 139, said that the thoughts he has towards you from you were knitted together in your mother's womb. It's as vast as the sands of the sea. And that's one of the scriptures that I use to motivate me. That's one of the scriptures I use to rise to the challenge, to go to the next level in my life. When I was a little child, just like one of you, I used to be sitting down underneath a mango tree in Clarendon, and I used to be making guitar with sardine pan and fish line and making music and making sounds. And I was a laughing stock of the community with the children at the time. And they laughed at me, but it was innovation because my mother couldn't afford a guitar. She couldn't afford a piano. It was me being innovative and being creative and creating a musical instruments and being creative and creating something for myself. By the time I was 24, I was playing at the Grammy Award parties in Los Angeles with the top musicians in the world. Coming from Jamaica in a small community in Clarendon with people laughing at me. But somebody looked at me one day while I was in a church, standing beside the organist and just tapping my fingers like this. And an old German lady looked at her and said, Miss Case, send that boy down to my house. And my mother looked at her and said, I don't have money to pay for your piano lessons, you know. And the lady said, no, just send him come. You don't need to pay for it. Just send him come. Somebody saw in me the potential to become a world changer and invested in me. And that's what we need from our teachers. Before I even got there, I was all over the world with Glenmuir High School Choir in the 80s and in the 80s, touring the world, singing classical music. I had gotten to the... And then when that was over, some other wise mentor told me, look, don't just do the music alone. Make sure you study in the book too. So I got my degree in electrical and computer engineering, and that started another chapter in my life. And somewhere along the line, I had a personal encounter with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I gave my life to the Lord, and then I was ordained a pastor. And my life continues to evolve and evolve. And I say to you, it is not done yet for me, because I'm doing new things. I'm venturing into new things, because I know that the plans He has for me are vast and endless, like the sands of the sea. And I want you to say to the person beside you that the plans God has for you are vast and endless. You have the power to change the world. I want you to believe it. I want you to own it. I want you to believe that irrespective of where you are from, irrespective of your background, irrespective of what your past was, that God can use you to change the world. God can use you to come up with solutions, to be innovative, to come up with solutions that fix the world's problems. While I was doing another job on the North Coast, and I was working with all of these Spanish hotels, and I painfully watched how the investors came and they did all of these investments and they built all of these super hotels. And because of their knowledge and ability, they were able to set up energy efficient rooms in these hotels, where now the cost per room was way much less than what our Jamaican hoteliers could provide. And then now they started undermining the business of our Jamaican hotels, because now they were offering rooms at a rate which was way cheaper than what we could afford. We have to dig deep as a people and be resolute and come up with solutions that can make us competitive on a global scale. And the answer, I do believe, is right here in this room. I'm going to close, and in closing, I just want you to just look at the person beside you one more time and say to them, I have the power to make a change. I have the power to make a change. Have you ever come in contact with JPS electricity by accident? You ever like trying to plug in an extension cord, or the cord have a little piece of raw piece on it, and you touch it? And when power passed through you, what happened? You don't have to ask any question whether or not you came into something that has greater power than you. It literally shakes you, it transforms you. And I do believe that that's the kind of impact that you are going to have on our generation, on your generation, and on the world to come. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. I definitely felt like I was in the presence of a greater power just now. Did you all feel it? Did you feel the power? Right, so I want to invite you to give Mr. Case another round of applause. Come on. So one thing for sure that we have to remember when we leave here after that presentation is that you have the what? The power to change the world. Not just yourself, but you have the power to. Awesome. So thank you again, Mr. Case. That was a wonderful presentation. I definitely felt empowered, and I definitely believe that you did just what you were to do today and more. Right. So not just taking us on a journey of what it is like in terms of the Jamaica Public Service and our topic today, which is Youth Have the Power, but also giving us, another inspiring presentation. All right. This time I want to ask our students from the primary school, Chetwood Primary, and I believe there's another one, Leandro Belite. So I want to invite our students at the primary school, Ataro Laman, Abigail Mundel, Shadir Green, and Leandro Belite. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but if they're all here, I want to invite you to make your way up to the front of the stage, starting with Atara Laman. You're going to make your presentation. And so at this time, we're going to all listen attentively as the students at the primary level. Of course, I want to acknowledge a few persons while they get themselves ready. So I want to acknowledge our judges to my left, Mrs. Caroline Rose Miller, right? She's Corporate and Communications Manager at the Scientific Research Council, and she was very gracious to assist us with the judging of the oratory component of the competition. Of course, I also would like to acknowledge my STEM ambassadors, Mr. Graham and Crystal, right? Yes. Meeting Crystal for the first time today, even though I've been online for 3 years. All right. Also want to acknowledge in the audience my other STEM ambassadors here. Miss Desan Watson was also a judge. Miss Watson can just stand, right? And our other STEM ambassadors, welcome and thank you again for your service. All right, are the students ready? So starting with Miss Atara Lamon, are you ready? So Miss Atara Laman is from the Chetwood Primary School, and she will be making her presentation shortly.
Good morning. I am Atara Laman, and today I will be doing a presentation on how Jamaica can reduce its reliance on fossil fuel and high energy costs through science and technology. Why do Jamaicans experience such a high electricity bill? This is a Jamaican mother or father's monthly cry. There are many ways in which Jamaicans can reduce their monthly bill. It is as simple as 1, 2, 3, and this will certainly make our wallets very happy. Parents, did you know that a child can teach as well as help you to conserve the amount of electricity you use? The use of technology and science is crucial to cracking the code needed to lower your electricity bill. Firstly, the factor that is contributing to such a costly electricity bill is the importation of fossil fuels and the process by which it takes to reach our homes. The use of hydroelectric plants can help resolve this issue. Hydroelectricity is produced when water flows through a pipe and into a turbine, pushing and turning against the blades to generate electricity. Jamaica has over 100 rivers. However, they are not being fully used. Certainly, the use of this resource to produce electricity will enable Jamaicans to benefit from lower electricity bills. Solar energy is a resource used globally. However, it is not being used enough in Jamaica due to high amounts of fossil fuels being burnt in our little country, Jamaica. As a tropical country, we do experience sunny weather all year round, and this makes it ideal for us to harness the sun's energy and produce our electricity. Jamaicans can outfit their homes with solar panels and solar shingles that traps the sun's heat and convert it into energy. This energy is sent to our homes and will see us saving a lot of money in our wallets. The excess electricity that is left can be sold to the Jamaica Public Services. Secondly, wind energy through the use of wind turbines, which are powered by the force of passing winds, can store the energy and convert it into electricity. The use of wind turbines in Jamaica can be erected in mountainous regions, also in very windy areas. If we are able to expand the use of wind energy, we will be able to drastically reduce the importation and burning of fossil fuels, thus reducing the cost of electricity bills. Lastly, letters can be written to persons in authority such as the Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, and the Minister of Science, Energy, and Technology, Darrell Vaz, stating the importance of capitalizing on our natural resources to reduce the use of fossil fuels in Jamaica. As a nation, greater emphasis must be placed on educating the people of Jamaica about how they can lower their monthly electricity bills. This sensitization must begin in schools, churches, and the wider community. Until all these measures are effectively implemented, Jamaica will continuously rely heavily on fossil fuels to power homes and businesses. In conclusion, the reduction of costly electricity bills can become a reality if Jamaica uses science and technology to harness its natural resources, thus making electricity more affordable for all families in Jamaica. Thanks for listening to my presentation today.
Beautiful presentation, Atara. So I just have a quick question for you. I'm really happy that you made the step to come here today and present. That's really good. Just a quick question. During the presentation of our guest speaker, he said that Jamaica contributes how much percentage towards that emission of gases and stuff?
0.001%. 0.02.
Thank you.
Hi again, Tara. Great presentation. Also, during the guest speaker's presentation, he asked the effects of the overusage of fossil fuels on our environment. Can you give me one example?
Global warming.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Atara. Excellent presentation. Brave girl. It took a lot for you to be up there today, right? Tell me, how can you make a change? What do you see as your role in helping to reduce fossil fuels?
Well, I think that one of the largest aspect that I can help with is by persuading my parents to use solar panels, to use solar energy, to reduce the use of fossil fuels in our home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Atara. Excellent job there. So at this time, I want to invite Abigail. Abigail, could you come to the stage? And also want Shadir Green to just stand by.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abigail Mundle, and I will be doing a presentation on how we as Jamaicans can use science and technology to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and high energy bills. Jamaica's energy sector is highly dependent on imported fossil fuels to provide adequate electricity for its citizens' consumption. The importation of fossil fuel is very expensive, which results in high electricity rates. According to the Ministry of Science, Energy, and Technology's overview of Jamaica's energy sector, of imported fossil fuels, petroleum imports account for over 80% of electricity production. Jamaican youths can utilize science and technology in helping to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and high energy bills. This can be done by making the change from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources, such as solar power, wind, and water. These energy sources are not only the cheapest option over the long term, but are also the most environmentally friendly and are available in abundance on our beloved island. Firstly, as long as there is sunshine, solar energy can be harnessed and utilized anywhere. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the word solar means produced or operated by action of the sun's light or heat. According to Conservate, the common thought among advocates of solar energy is that it is an inexhaustible resource that is relatively cheap. Conservate is an organic provider of solar energy solutions in Jamaica and has played a critical role in developing, installing, and maintaining solar-powered systems for both residential and commercial clients. The usage of solar water heaters and solar pool heating has increased over the past 10 years within Jamaican homes, businesses, and government agencies, lending to its ability to reduce monthly electricity bills by 30 to 40%. Solar energy is renewable and can be utilized to significantly reduce electricity rates. Secondly, how windy is it in Jamaica? Very. Wind power is the energy harnessed from the wind. It is among the oldest energy sources used by mankind. Wind energy is one of the most established and efficient renewable energy sources, which consists of converting the energy produced by the movement of wind turbine blades driven by the wind into electrical energy. The wind is almost everywhere across the island of Jamaica, having the potential to provide power in remote areas with much consistency. Utilizing wind energy has little to no negative effect on the environment, which makes it a green source that is truly economical. The production of electricity through wind energy and its efficient use contributes to sustainable development and reduced energy costs. Thirdly, dubbed the land of wood and water, Jamaica possesses significant hydroelectric power potential. Hydroelectric power is power generated from water. Courtney Powell, a power system and renewable expert, states Jamaica has 8 hydroelectric power stations that save the country roughly $27 million on fuel imports annually. There are several rivers that are suitable for hydroelectric power generation. Significant funding for the development of more hydroelectric power generation plants should be a priority of the government of Jamaica because the current ones are old. Also, facilitating the training of youths to manage these facilities is important. This approach will not only provide a reduction in the energy bill, but will also realign the minds of youth towards renewable energy and provide employment. In conclusion, Jamaica, when compared to 146 other countries around the world, stands at 142nd with the highest charges of electricity according to an article titled, "Why is my light bill so high?" The government in Jamaica's Vision 2030 states that it is seeking to reduce its dependence on fossil fuels for electricity generation, with a target of 30% of energy obtained from renewables by that time. According to our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, he is moving the government to achieve 50% by that time. Jamaican youths can utilize science and technology in helping to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and high energy bills by making the change from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources. This will immediately or over a period of time translate to savings on our energy bill. Thank you for viewing my presentation. I wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Good morning. Yes, I can. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Okay, you mentioned that if it is that we have any solutions, you've named a few in your presentation. Which solution you think is best for Jamaica and why?
I think the best one would be solar power because we all know that Jamaica is a tropical country and it gets sunshine all year round regardless of the seasons. So once there's sunshine all the time, we can use solar power by utilizing solar panels, solar water heaters, and solar pool heating, and there are a lot more. and we can use those to it was very economic, and we can use those to provide, we can use those.
All right, thank you so much.
Hi, Abigail.
Thank
Great presentation. I'm very proud of you. Okay, you mentioned that hydro electricity is saving Jamaica approximately 27 million US dollars on a constant basis. What is the potential of Jamaica's, making hydroelectricity more accessible?
So first of all, there are lots of rivers across Jamaica. Most of the parishes in Jamaica, the only parish in Jamaica that probably doesn't have any rivers is Manchester. So the rest of the parishes in Jamaica would have had a water source. So they can build more hydroelectric power stations in those areas that have a lot of rivers, such as Rio Cobre, Rio Mino, Ocho Rios, those places. You can build a lot of hydroelectric power stations there.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Miss Abigail, just one more. You've been doing good so far. So tell me, if you were given an opportunity to reduce fossil fuel in schools, what would you do?
Please repeat the question.
If you were given the opportunity to reduce fossil fuels in school, what would you do?
I would, first of all, I would spread the word across, I could spread the word across my school by going around to classes and teaching them about it. And then I would go online, I would write a couple letters. I could email to different organizations, such as I mentioned, the Ministry of Science and Technology and Energy. I could write a letter to them and just explain my thoughts on how we could reduce fossil fuel consumption.
Awesome, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Abigail. So at this time, I want to invite Shadir Green. Shadir Green. And again, could you just sit to the front so it's easier for you to get to the stage? So after Shadir is Lijandro Belait. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Is he here?
Good morning. My name is Shadia Green, and this morning I'll be doing a presentation titled Reduce Jamaica's Reliance on Fossil Fuel and High Energy Costs Through Science and Technology. My neighbor, Miss Daisy, is a quiet, soft-spoken lady who never raises her voice when speaking. A few weeks ago, I heard Miss Daisy speaking very loudly in her front yard, and it sounded as if she was very angry. My mother went to the fence to see if everything was okay with her. However, she kept shouting that she did not know what else to do. Mother was so frightened. She kept asking Miss Daisy what was wrong. Eventually, she said she was so tired for paying so much for her electricity bill. Realizing what the problem was, Mother tried to calm her down. I'm sure we have a lot of Miss Daisy in our audience today. Anyone living in Jamaica will understand Miss Daisy's frustration because the high cost of electricity has knocked on the doors of every Jamaican family and will continue to do so if Jamaica does not make use of its natural resources for energy. Jamaica depends heavily on the importation of fossil fuels to generate electricity. But as a country with so much natural resources in the palm of our hands, we can produce a great deal of energy for electricity and lessen our dependency on fossil fuel. Electricity can be generated from renewable resources such as hydroelectricity energy, geothermal energy, wind energy, tidal energy, ocean current energy, oceanic thermal energy, lightning energy, solar energy, and biomass, to name a few. Come, follow me, and through the eyes of a child, let me tell you how Jamaican youth can use natural resources that are readily available to generate alternative energy and reduce Jamaica's dependency on fossil fuels. Jamaica is a beautiful island that is rich in natural resources. There is sunshine all year round, and over 120 rivers flow through Jamaica. Regardless of how hot our days are, we are blessed with the northeast trade winds that cools us all year round. It was Miss Daisy who reminded me that Jamaica is also a land of wood and water. Firstly, let us look at the sun, which is renewable and is always shining. Science has proven that solar panels can harness and convert the sun's energy into electricity. By installing solar panels on the roof of our homes, we will be able to power our homes with electricity and even sell our excess energy to the Jamaica Public Service. Secondly, Jamaica has an abundance of rivers, and some of the major rivers are ideal for starting hydropower plants because they never run dry. Building hydropower plants close to the river along with reservoirs for harnessing and storing water will generate a great deal of energy that can be used to produce electricity. Water needed to run the power plant is provided free by nature, and the operations and maintenance costs are affordable. Rainfall renews the water in the reservoir, so the fuel is always there. Thirdly, Jamaica must control and make use of the wind, as it is a natural resource that is ideal for providing clean energy. Science has proven that anything that moves provides kinesthetic energy. Therefore, wind energy can be created using wind turbines. Erecting these wind turbines near our mountains or in windy parishes across Jamaica will allow the turbines to channel the power of the wind to produce electricity. This electricity that is generated can be used in our homes, stored for future use, this electricity that is generated can be used in our homes, stored for future use, or it can be connected to the JPS electrical grid. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, and I quote, one turbine can generate enough electricity to support the energy needs of a single home, while a farm can power thousands of homes. In conclusion, it is clear to see that Jamaica has an abundance of renewable resources that can be harnessed and utilized to drastically minimize our dependency on fossil fuel. Using science and technology, Jamaican youths must make use of the natural resources that nature has blessed us with and help persons like Miss Daisy have electricity at an affordable cost. I have come to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening so attentively.
Good morning, Miss Green. Beautiful presentation.
Thank you. Good morning.
I thank you for coming here today. It's very brave of you. And so with that being said, I'm just going to ask you a simple question. Can you name 3 examples of fossil fuels?
Fossil fuels, you have coal, you have and you also have, like, when the JPS is using in the factories, you can see that the emissions of smoke is emitted from the factory. And also, when the fire is burning, that also produces, that's also an example of a fossil fuel.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Shadir. Great presentation.
Good morning.
Yes, okay, so we understand that Miss Daisy is going through a lot of pressure with her high electricity bill. What's one method you can recommend to Miss Daisy to help her reduce her cost?
Well, I realized that since it's electricity bill, she's using a lot of power from the light bulb. So it will say that she have a lot of power being used in our homes. So instead of using the light bulb, she can use the sun's energy, which also give us light, instead of using the power that is not necessary while we have free nature.
Great, thank you.
Awesome presentation.
Thank you.
Shadir, thank you for being here. Would you say there is any advantages to fossil fuel?
No, there's no advantages, because it's basically causing harm to our country. And while we have free nature, we don't have to be using those fossil fuels that is basically causing harm, while we can use free nature.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Shadir. Boy, these kids, you all must feel really proud, right? They're so polite and wonderful. All right, and it takes a lot to do what they're doing. So at this time, I want to invite Leandra Belite to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. This morning, I will be presenting on how we can use science and technology to reduce Jamaica's reliance on fossil fuel and high energy bills. Do you dread getting the vampire bill that bleeds you dry? The high cost of electricity in Jamaica is unbearable. Of course, it can be frightening to maintain a budget when you're not even sure how much your electricity bill will cost each month. An article by Hannah points out that out of 146 countries around the world, Jamaica stands 142 with the highest charges. What is the reason for the outstanding power cost, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Jamaica is heavily dependent on fossil fuels for the production of electricity. According to USAID, the high cost of imported fuel results in Jamaica's electricity rates doubling the global average. Paying more money to import fuel each year is senseless. Therefore, I would like to propose ways in which we can use renewable energy along with science and technology to help the country reduce its reliance on fossil fuels, therefore decreasing high energy bills. Jamaica is surrounded by the Caribbean Sea and has an abundance of sun. These sources of renewable energy can be constantly replenished and used to generate electricity at a lower cost. Solar energy is the most abundant of all energy resources and can even be harnessed in cloudy weather. Solar technologies can deliver heat, cooling, natural lighting, electricity, and fuels for a lot of appliances. Solar technologies convert sunlight into electrical energy either through solar panels or through mirrors that concentrate solar radiation. With solar panels being less expensive and accessible, it can be used to produce hot water from the sun as well as generate electricity on the island. I would install it in public places, use it to generate electricity for the streetlights, and encourage Jamaicans to use it to generate electricity in their homes. Jamaica, the paradise island, is surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, which means we have great potential to generate electricity using water. We are blessed with numerous water resources such as the sea, waterfalls, and rivers, as well as suitable climate that could make this a reality. In an effort to reduce the usage of fossil fuel and reduce high electricity charges, I would seek sponsorship from countries such as Norway, Brazil, and New Zealand, who are leading in the use of renewable energy production. This funding would go towards purchasing hydroelectric plants. I would proceed to set up hydropower stations along streams and rivers to produce electricity. The water from these water bodies would flow into pipes where it meets a turbine. The pressure from the flowing water pushes against the blades of the turbine, causing it to spin. This motion powers a generator and produces electricity. In conclusion, the cost for these initiatives will be expensive, but in years to come, we will reap the benefits of paying less for electricity. Solar and hydroelectricity means clean and cheap energy for today and tomorrow. These energy sources are both renewable and provide low-cost electricity and durability over time compared to the use of fossil fuel. Such an investment will see Jamaicans paying less for electricity bills in years to come. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Blythe.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good. So I'm happy to have you here today. It's very brave of you to come. And so I just have a question for you. Name one international organization that you're aware of that has to do with renewable energy sources.
The United Human Resources.
Okay, thank you.
Representation, Mr. Belite.
Thank you.
Okay, as one of Jamaica's future Minister of Science, what's one of the first things you would do to ensure Jamaica is maintaining its usage of reliable energy sources?
I would spread the word to citizens about how renewable energy can help us, and also the change from renewable energy from fossil fuels, which causes pollution and can harm the environment. I would spread the word, and I would also encourage them to use solar panels to get electricity and to lower their electricity bills in the homes.
Very good, thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Blythe.
Good morning.
It's really lovely to see a man here with us today. If you were to write to the Minister of Science and Technology about fossil fuels and how to reduce it, what would you say to him?
I would explain what I am thinking about renewable energy and how it can help Jamaica to reduce its reliance on fossil fuels and also to become a country that is leading in renewable energy and explain to him the effects of renewable energy, or more the benefits rather. And I would also explain to him the effects of fossil fuels and how we can change from fossil fuels to renewable energy.
Thank you.
You know, I keep saying wow, but these kids, man, these primary school students, and of course, Chet would definitely have the power today with all 4 students coming from Chetwood Primary School. And we definitely have to give, you know, a round of applause for their teacher and for the school as well. They did an excellent job, right? I'm glad I'm not a judge because this one is tough. So at this time, while the judges deliberate, you know, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes at this time, but I want to invite Mr. Arrington Case to the stage. And I also want to invite our 4 oratory finalists from Chetwood Primary. All right, so I'm getting some directions from the photographer. He wants to take it at the back. All right, no problem. So our photographer is going to take a photograph. And also Mr. Arrington will also be making a presentation to you shortly. All right, Mrs. Rose Miller, could you join Mr. Arrington at the back, please? Just short, briefly. All right, while that is happening, I want to invite Greg Ann Johnson, Romarie Lewis, Shanalda Campbell, and Shantae Harding, who are our who will be performing, and they're the performing arts finalists. So the performing arts finalists, you remember their video earlier? Right, so they're here to give it to us live and direct.
Can't bother with this, you know. They have energy saving something or another, so oh, that's so. Show more line, Connie. We need electricity. Yes, mommy. Yes, how long time you know clean yourself? Boy. Hey. Hey. Hey, the dirt.
Energy customized from the fossil fuel, me and take it off to find something else to use. Energy customized from the fossil fuel, me and take it off to find something else to use. The price of energy there is use, reduce and improve that the use of it do, or else we do make Jamaica better for me and for you. Can't two-step nothing cause you know set not true. Hydro.
Nowadays things are get expensive. Price them gone up till a joke. Things are cheap again, you know see. It way cheaper by far. So what we fit do?
Car to save on the gas.
Turn off the light and use not biomass.
Use solar to beat the rent.
And use the wind when it get no strength.
Provide stable price we afford it in our life. Less global warming, less stress, improve public health and future wealth for the nation. Them a future with many features to create a nation with no frustration. Renewable energies are on the place now. Make me name a few and give you a clue. Hydro.
Energy running low.
the economy going slow. It looks impossible to escape this flow. Like this, how will we grow? The oil price rising, Jamaica losing its lighting. Fight to keep Jamaica alive, yet we still have to fight, even if the future don't look too bright. Youth have the power. In front of nothing we are gonna cover. We are gonna dominate, we are gonna tower, cause we are the future. Energy running.
Yes, so guess what? We have a special, these students will be, this is Gregan Johnson and her team, yes, will be performing. So they need microphones, yeah.
Miss, lights gone?
Oh, I'm sorry. Because of the high electricity bill, we have to cut the light. So unfortunately, there won't be any electricity for the rest of the day today at school, okay? Very sorry.
Okay, miss. Bye, miss.
Bye.
Jehovah God, you see I know so I can't deal with that one, yeah. Oh God.
Shade, why do you look like that?
You remember when I told you that my computer screen ink out and I
Yeah.
sent it to get fixed and I have to be at school using their computers that can barely turn on?
Exactly. Hold on.
They have power cuts. And so like I can't even wait on them because my bus reach.
Power cuts?
Yeah.
And poor laptops? Come on, borrow mine.
Okay. You're a lifesaver, by the way.
No problem. All right, so the password is ABCDEFGHIJKLMNOP, capital letters LMAO. Got that? Cool. Bye-bye.
Bye. Camera do not work right now when we reach home, you know. What's some news?
This story now. A young lady was tragically murdered in Brownstown, St. Anne this afternoon by the killer Boomer.
Listen, electricity bill too high. They watch TV. TV is for guests alone.
Mommy, but Miss Griffiths told me to watch news. I need it for school.
Miss Griffiths have paid my bill? No. Get on listen to some work right now.
You know what? Might as well I did a little work. What's the password again? I can barely read this. A, B, C, D. Wait, no, that wrong. All right. Jesus, Lord, computer so dead. But it's not turning on. Mommy, you turn off the breaker?
But yes,
What a lovely day it is. You know what? Let me go and bathe and go to my bed. I'm not complaining or anything. What a lovely day.
Cut off my light. Can't pay anything. Oh God, what are we going to do now? Why does it look like Mr. John has light? And I can't seem to get none? When Jennifer comes home, I'll get her to borrow the light for me. All right, Jennifer dear. All right, I need you to go over there and borrow the light.
Which light?
No, borrow the light from Mr. John, all right? Come, quickly. All right, you're going to use that wire, and you're going to throw it over there. Quick.
Can you believe it, mother? Today we were learning about topic called.
All right, quickly, calm down.
Innovation in it. And you know,
Jennifer!
Jennifer, is that you? I heard that you fell off of a light post. Oh my God. Anyways, did you hear about Sade and her SBA? She got in big trouble because they cut off the light.
oh my God, people can't afford light, am I right?
Honey, you should not be talking. Anyways, let's find out alternative sources of energy for you to use.
Oh my gosh, solar panels? What's that?
Well, solar power works by converting the energy from the sun into power. Since in Jamaica, the sun is shining almost every day, this would be a great source of energy for you.
Oh my gosh, and what's this? Biogas? This looks like it works by producing methane from decomposing organic material. It's the only renewable energy source that can be converted into liquids such as biodiesel. So you know what? No more $70,000 light bills for us.
For you, hon, I can afford that. Anyways, looks here there's hydroelectricity. Well, hydroelectricity works by the flow of water into a pipe that then spins the blade of a turbine, which generates electricity. Wow, you could probably use that.
Oh, wow. You know, I heard that Sade lives near a river, so she can totally use that, and she can watch TV. Let us make a change. Let us be the change. Let us use alternative sources of energy today.
Thank you.
All right, so before we invite the other performing arts finalists, I want to invite Mr. Rashawn Stewart. Mr. Stewart is here. He's a university, a med student. This student got 5 1s in CAPE, right? All hard subjects, mathematics, biology, chemistry, former head boy for Cornwall College. Yes, and he is our tertiary winner, actually. Yes. So let's hear what Mr. Stewart have to say. I'm sure it's going to be very inspiring.
keynote speaker, Mr. Errington Case, adjudicators, students, teachers, representatives from the Scientific Research Council, it's my pleasure to extend to you all a pleasant morning. Now, I haven't actually prepared any accompanying graphics or PowerPoint presentation to accompany the oration, since it's going to be a straight oration, so just bear with me for the time that I'm up here. The world is in a crucible. Pollution from fossil fuel combustion is the leading environmental threat to global pediatric health. The byproducts of fossil fuel combustion are a grave threat to global health, major contributors to inequity, and have a preponderance of deleterious ramifications. Jamaica's energy sector has a fond predilection for the use of fossil fuels, with combustion thereof acting as the major energy source. Fossil fuels are imported by the ton, and they represent a Brobdingnagian cost, leading to astronomical electricity fees for the average consumer, over double the global average. The robust human capital is implicated in devising innovative solutions to solve energy crisis through transitioning to hydroelectricity, solar power, and wind energy, while directing the creative energy of youth. The fundamental issue is predicated on the premise that Jamaica's energy sector is reliant almost exclusively on imported fossil fuels, much to the detriment of the collective denizens or citizens. In fact, the very importation of fossil fuels is the progenitor of the high electricity bills that beleaguer the average Jamaican citizen. The National Renewable Energy Policy 2009-2030 emphasizes the need for diversification of energy sector. Progress thus far has been ponderous, burdened by the continued use of non-renewable generators that use petroleum products, primarily mercury fossil fuel and automotive diesel. Together, this accounts for a whopping 93% of Jamaica's annual output. Now, while the economic cost is a major consequence, other issues arise from fossil fuel combustion as well. Fossil fuel combustion produces noxious emissions. These emissions include a myriad of toxic air pollutants and carbon dioxide, CO2, which is the most important human-produced climate-altering greenhouse gas. Synergies between air pollution and climate change potentiate the harm to our nation's children, as per a study conducted in 2017. The adverse impacts are numerous: cognitive impairment, developmental delay, onset of chronic diseases, and respiratory illnesses are but a few of the life-altering medical effects that the energy sector inadvertently has on the nation's children. Catastrophic consequences loom on the horizon if bold action is not taken. With the bedrock of Jamaica's future unable to learn, suffering health impairments, and unable to contribute to society, the future is bleak. While it is true that the situation is dire and there is a grim outlook, all hope is not lost. Though there has been little action to address these issues, positive turnaround is definitely possible. The first and fundamental step is addressing the fact that most persons are equally nascent or lack knowledge regarding the fixing energy sector. Previous research suggests that providing generalized information about the health implications of air pollution from fossil fuels may be effective at promoting public support for a transition to cleaner sources of energy. The Ministry of Science and Technology should embark, therefore, on a sensitization campaign to disseminate pertinent information regarding the transition, rationale thereof, and the prognostic metrics. The solution to ongoing energy crisis lies in using cleaner sources of energy. Jamaica is blessed with a number of natural resources that are practicable sources of renewable energy, surrounded on all sides by beatific blues of the Caribbean Sea, touched by resplendent rays of sunshine, and populated by lush greenery. Jamaica has many avenues to explore. Hydroelectricity, solar power, wind energy, and even biomass energy are all feasible avenues readily available as alternatives depending on fossil fuel importation and combustion. One of the most apparent sources of alternative energy is water. Jamaica is an island with many rivers. Water exists in abundance. Hydroelectricity is therefore a viable alternative. The basic principle is using water to drive turbines. Hydropower plants consist of two basic configurations: those that have dams and reservoirs, or those that lack dams and reservoirs. Hydropower dams with a large reservoir can store water over short or long periods to meet peak demand. The chief advantage of hydro systems is the elimination of the cost of fuel. Hydropower on a small scale is in most cases run off the river in colloquial terms, with no dam or water storage, and is one of the most effective and environmentally benign or eco-friendly energy technologies that can be considered for both rural electrification in developing countries such as Jamaica. The advantage of hydropower as a renewable energy source is that it produces negligible amounts of greenhouse gases. It stores large amounts of electricity at a relatively low cost to consumers, and it can be adjusted to meet consumer demand on a national scale. The principle underlying the transition to hydroelectricity is therefore sound from a fundamental and scientific perspective. However, there are admittedly some encumbrances that must be addressed to optimize the success of hydroelectricity as a viable alternative to Jamaica's energy sector. Rapid urbanization development and the increasing human activity surrounding the catchment area pose a serious threat to hydroelectric plants, as press stated in 2013. The most important challenges that affect the sustainability of the hydro plants are to cope with reservoir sedimentation and loss of storage, mainly contributed by uncontrollable deforestation, poor agricultural land management, residential development, and infrastructural development within the vicinity of the catchment areas. The solution, therefore, lies in stringent law enforcement policies. Legislative protection from a governmental perspective towards watershed management should be a mandate to protect the assets such as dams and reservoirs for future power generation. Another alternative energy source is solar power. Solar power entails the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity, either directly using photovoltaics or indirectly using concentrated solar power. Photovoltaic cells convert light into an electric current using the photovoltaic effect, which is a scientific principle that you learn about in physics. Concentrated solar power systems use lenses or mirrors and solar tracking systems as well to focus a large area of sunlight to a hotspot, often to drive a steam turbine. The cost of solar power is often prohibitive, admittedly, and several factors must therefore be accounted for as a consequence of the prohibitive cost. The cost of the modules, the frame to hold these modules, wiring, inverters, labor cost, any land that might be required, the grid connection, maintenance, of course, and lastly, the solar insolation that the location will receive are all components that must be accounted for and require a significant amount of financial investment. In fact, upfront capital costs represent up to 90% of the cost of solar power. However, while the initial cost might be prohibitive and appear exorbitant, the investment is ultimately worthwhile, as it is recouped several times over in the long term. And this is especially important for a country like Jamaica, which is a third world developing country. The sun is not only a crucial aspect of Jamaica's marketability, but also an avenue for energy production that is critically underused. Jamaica has a high average solar irradiation for about 5 kilowatt-hour per meter square per day, as per 2005 study. Now, despite this abundance in solar energy, the country has relatively low penetration of solar-based products and services, especially in the industrial and manufacturing sectors. Increasing the penetration of solar-based products is a necessity to maximize the use of natural resources readily available. Moreover, Jamaica unfortunately has the dubious honor of boasting the largest wind farm in the Caribbean that ultimately contributes very little to the energy sector from a cumulative perspective. Jamaica has immense potential for harnessing wind energy. Wind energy ensues from the uneven heating of Earth's surface and the Coriolis forces of Earth's rotation. It is a heterogeneous resource, highly dependent on geographic location and the local terrain as well. Many of the benefits of wind power are common to other renewables. Exporting wind power means reducing the use of fossil fuels as the first benefit. It can also help to achieve energy self-sufficiency, offering undeniable economic benefits for countries that adopt it, while also being a step in the direction of sustainable development because it is essentially free once the wind turbine has been installed. Moreover, wind is an abundant source of energy that is both inexhaustible and unlimited over time. Among the particular features of wind power that make it such a promising source of green energy and renewable energy is the possibility to use it in combination with solar power. So you can use solar power while augmenting it with wind energy. Of course, beyond exploring the nuances in transitioning to clean energy, youth involvement must also be considered. Youth integration is a vital aspect of making the transition to clean energy. Youth are emerging as an important source of talent for achieving energy access, renewable energy efficiency targets, and already account for a substantial fraction of jobs in the renewable sector. At the same time, youth are increasingly engaging in climate change and energy transition issues. One of the most pressing challenges for emerging economies is a shortage of jobs among the youth. Enhanced skills development and decent work opportunities for youth can be created in our sustainable energy and clean mobility sectors. Initiatives to help develop businesses and technical skills and create jobs targeting the youth should be pursued much more vigorously with increased collaboration between the private sector and educational institutions alike to improve the quality and accessibility of training. In summation, diversification of Jamaica's energy sector is a fundamental imperative. Using fossil fuel combustion as the primary job of electricity generation is unsustainable over time and has negative implications for the environment and human health alike. Transitioning to renewable energy such as hydroelectricity, solar power, or wind energy will achieve the National Renewable Energy Policy's objectives. Moreover, youth integration is a pivotal cornerstone for making a successful switch to clean energy. Thank you.
Wow, what an informative presentation, right? All right, thank you so much. So at this time, I'm going to invite Mr. Lewis from Cornwall College to do his presentation, followed by Green Pond High School, Green Island.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ramari Lewis, and I am a student from Cornwall College, currently in fourth form. The title of my poem is The Youth, the Future. Many see rough and a try turn cruff. Many try out and no get no luck. Some pon the road that try make it through. The youth them a thief light. Them no have the money for that price. The cost of energy a burden the people them. Crime rate fly. I must that's why. Oh Lord, protect Jamaica. No make we fight, we are one nation. No segregation, no separation. We need more engineers to start the generator for the nation. The youth have the power to change it all. Them a future with many features to create a nation with no frustration. Renewable energies around the place now. Make me name a few and give you a clue. Hydropower, wind power, solar energy. Them provide stable price for affordable in our life. Less global warming, less stress, improving public health and future wealth for the nation. The youth have the power.
Shanalda Campbell and Shante Hardy. So this is our final presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shanalda Campbell.
My name is Shante Hardy.
and we are students from the Green Pond High School. We're 6 farmers. We'll be doing a dope poem. Start? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Nowadays things a get expensive. Price them gone up, feel a joke. Things not cheap again, you know see. First a rent, now a food, now a energy. Purse a stress when a time to pay the light bill. Them a cost JPS all the time. When them look on the price and them to pay, them be like, no, I coulda never mind. When teenagers they hire yard, them now put down the phone.
All when the battery dead and it a charge. You know
know
say
say
it not hard, leave it alone.
Too busy watch videos on TikTok. I ignore the big 5%. Look like you're not aware, not at all. Right now, enough money I go spend. Some people rather take taxi than figure buy a car. If you ask them, them say it way cheaper by far. Carpool for save up on the gas. Turn off the light, no use no biomass. Use solar for beat the rent, and use the wind when it get enough strength. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible performance from our students at the secondary and primary level. And of course, our tertiary student, Mr. Stewart. Right? So thank you so much, guys. And of course, it's not over. We are almost ready for the big announcements. Right? That's the prizes. And of course, we have some incredible prizes. I must say so myself. Right? Apart from the trophies and the plaques and the medals, we have a lot of gadgets and awesome baskets. I picked them out myself. Just kidding. All right, so yes, at this time I want to invite Miss Latanya Eccleston Johnson to give just a quick overview of the judges' feedback, general feedback, and this will be very short, followed by Miss Lygia Hall, Technical Information Officer at the Scientific Research Council.
Mic check. Good morning. Well, good day, everyone. Let me use, sorry, let Remain finish. Mic check. Good day, everyone. So let me use this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you for being here to celebrate our participants today for the 2022-2023 Essay Oratory, Performing Arts, and the poster competition. I am pleased to present a summary of the judges' feedback and remarks. There was a total of 18 essay entries this year, 4 from the primary level, 1 at the tertiary level, and 13 from the secondary level. In regards to the essay, in my preview, the essays had strong evidence of research. The judges themselves would have reported that. The points are very relevant, and the supporting details added value to the essays. The recommended solutions to the problems were very feasible. So I'm sure some of these drafts can be submitted to MSET, and they implement some of them. In regards to the oratory aspect, the presentations were excellent, and the judges, as well as you, our audience, would have witnessed that today. In regards to voice articulation, that was excellent. The purpose and objectives were clearly inferred from the presentations. Students were well prepared, their use of visual aids were impressive, and allowed the presentations to be effective. There is always room for improvement. We learn every day, And I think it is quite fitting that the annual science communications workshop that is held so that our participants can be aware of the nuances involved in communicating, as well as being effective communicators when presenting scientific facts. For example, ensuring that what you say as a scientist to other persons who aren't within the community can comprehend easily. Also, the workshop would have highlighted that they should give credit to those persons whose work they would have used to assist them in their presentations. Thank you once more for being a part of the 2022-2023 Essay Oratory, Performing Arts, and the Poster Competition.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling? Hungry? Me too, don't worry. All right, before I begin my summary, I must extend a hearty congratulations to all participants. This year's EOPP, that is the Essay, Oratory, Poster, and Performing Arts Competition, saw some very interesting entries that portray creative ways that youths can use to help lessen Jamaica's reliance on fossil fuels for electricity and the associated high costs as a result of such extensive use. We're pleased to have a total of 14 entries in the Performing Arts and the Poster segment. We would like to extend a big thank you first and foremost to our judges who contributed to the process of shortlisting and further selection of the winners. Some key words or terms that the judges used were very informative, very creative, very effective. And as it relates to the poster, very beautiful, smart use of color, visually appealing, amongst others. As our judges are fair, of course, they will share ways in which our very talented participants can improve, like, aiding clearer representations and demonstrations of the theme, which the SRC's communication workshop aided, as my colleague had informed you just now. Most of the comments, however, commended the work of our nation's youths in promoting better, more efficient use of our energy resources. And we too, at the SRC, commend you. Thank you.
So a big thank you to the team. Of course, you see the wealth of knowledge and resources that we have at the Scientific Research Council, and in particular, the Science Technology Education Unit. So thank you, Ms. Latanya Eccleston-Johnson and Ms. Legia Hall. Now, we are at the moment, at the time that you have all been waiting for, right? You're not ready, so. All right, so while we get the prizes ready and we get ready to make the announcement, I'm going to invite my good friend, Miss Erica Eslop Martin, right? And she is a poet, author, businesswoman, right? And Miss Erica is also an Academy for Women Entrepreneurs alumna. So Miss Erica Martin, please give her a round of applause. Also want to let you know that Miss Erica was also one of our presenters for the communication workshop, and she, readily jumped on this opportunity to come here and be here with you guys. So give her another clap for me, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? You're feeling good? It is an amazing day to be grateful. God has been good to us, and we need to appreciate that and really understand that. I'm in a space where there are several persons with different talents. Talents are important. They're God-given. And they're given to you for a purpose. And that's a powerful purpose. So each and every one has a talent. Persons may have one, some may have two, some may have five, some may have more than five. But whatever talent you were given, you must use the talent or the talents for a positive impact and for the glorification of God. So I'm going to share with you one of my talents, which is poetry. I'm going to share with you a short piece in standard English, and then I'm going to do one in the Louise Bennett style. All right? So the first one is Children Are Like Flowers. Shower them with your love and attention and see how well they bloom in your garden. Their smiles are like the sun that brighten up our world. Don't abuse them or misuse them. Don't you see how precious they are? Be their protector and shield them from the dangers of this world. Shower them with your love every day, and they will beautify our lives in every way. Thank you for the appreciation. So this other poem is entitled Me Nah Give Up. And as children, as students, as professionals, we need to have this never give up attitude. Whatever it is that you aspire to become, whatever it is that you aspire to achieve, you must have that resilience, that attitude, that I am not going to stop until I get what it is that I want out of this life. So this is Me Nah Give Up. No matter how times rough and the dirty tough, no matter how they sell them more than they buy them, me nah give up. No matter if them laugh and talk and say me can't do it, me nah give up. My mother and father never raised no fool pick me. Me never get good grades at school for nothing. God never blessed me with talent for waste. Me nah give up. No matter if the competition stiff, me nah give up. No matter how the system mess up, me nah give up. No matter if me nah get the best pay, no matter when me old and grey, me nah give up. Me have a mission, me have a purpose. Me serious like a judge, me mind make up me militant like a soldier. Me nah give up. Me nah give up pan nothing when me love. Me say me nah give up pan nothing when me love. No sir, me nah give up pan poetry. Me nah give up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica. All right. Yes, you have been waiting, and I've been promising. But one more thing before we start. I want to invite Mr. Case to the stage. I want to make a presentation, and I want to invite our manager of the Information Services Division, Mr. Elijah Green, to make this presentation on behalf of the Scientific Research Council, Science Technology Education Unit. Now, on behalf of all of us, sir, all of us here, all of us at the Scientific Research Council, we just want to say a big thank you for your very impactful presentation this morning. We were all inspired and motivated to continue to change the world and be change makers. And we hope that as educators, that we'll be able to recognize, and other students and persons, just like yourself, like that lady that, recognized in you someone that can change the world. And we hope to be that agent of change that you inspired us to be. So thank you so much for being here today. And on behalf of all of us, including Mr. Green, thank you. Mr. Green, you want to say something?
I really want to thank you for coming out, and sitting beside you, I noticed you're checking your emails. I noticed you're a very busy man. So I just want to thank you again for coming out and making it very special for the kids and everyone. Thank you.
So team, are you ready? Well, I was talking to my team. But it's okay. I know you guys are ready a long time, all right? And after we finish making presentations and we take our photos, we can have lunch. Lunch is already here, so just bear with us in a few, all right? So, my team, STEU team, are you guys ready? Are we ready? All right, we're ready. All right. So, making this presentation is Mrs. Caroline Rose Miller, so I'm going to invite her to the stage. And we are going to start with the essay, overall best essay at the primary, secondary, and tertiary level. Careful. So best essay, overall best essay, and this is after we got all the essays and went through them for the primary school category. The overall best essay goes to, you know which school they come from? Exactly. All right, so they come from Chetwood. What else you know about them? Them smart, they're articulate. They're from Montego Bay. Okay. All right. So I want you to give a round of applause for our overall best essay winner at the primary level, Miss Shadair Green. And yes, from Chetwood Primary. Okay, so she didn't show you our other gift. So she got a trophy, right? A Bluetooth DJ style headphone, right? She didn't show you your gifts? Huh? All right, and of course, don't worry, teacher, you have a nice prize coming up, all right? Because you know you have so many prizes, we just had to give you something nice, all right? So for secondary, in the secondary category, overall best essay goes to Mr. Nathan Jones from Meadowbrook High School. No, Nathan could not make it today because, of exams, but definitely still want to say congratulations, Nathan. And Nathan will receive a SRC trophy, a Bluetooth DJ-style headphone, and his teacher will receive a SRC plaque and gift basket. All right, so at this time I want to announce the overall best essay in the tertiary category. And you know who it is, right? Yes, Mr. Rashawn Stewart. So Rashawn will receive a SRC trophy and a USB 2.0 speaker with LED light. Congratulations, Rashawn. So give all of them a round of applause, and that's for best essay. Hey! Yes, you got the trophy. All right, and so now, of course, you know that the essay competition, there is a second component, and that is for the oratory component, oratory competition. We just witnessed it, and wasn't it awesome? Right. So we witnessed it for the primary category. Of course, the secondary students had already made their presentation online a couple weeks ago, and so they did not do so today, but they were equally as awesome, right? Yeah, I believe it, yes. Okay, so I want to announce our best speaker in the primary category and our best speaker in the secondary category. Wow, it was a tough decisions by the judges, right? Very tough, yes. They had a, work cut out for them. So best speaker in the primary category, guess which school? Right. Do you know who is the winner? Why, some people sound like they had their favorites, All right, so best speaker, the primary category goes to Abigail. Best speaker in the secondary category. Anybody know who that is? Teacher over there saying it's a Cornwall. All right, so I'm sure the judges had a hard time deciding this, but best speaker in the secondary category goes to Abibat Tajuddin. Am I pronouncing it correctly? From St. Andrew High School for Girls. From St. Andrew High School for Girls. Congratulations. Thank you, Mrs. Rose Miller, Mrs. Caroline Rose Miller from the Scientific Research Council, and our judge as well here today. Thank you so much. At this time, I want to invite Mrs. Marcia Henry to make the next presentation. And so even though they got best speaker, we also have prizes for first, second, and third in the oratory component. So don't worry, it's not over. All right. So we're going to start with the primary category for the oratory component or the oratory competition. And we are going to invite our third place. And we actually had a little toss-up with the third place. A little tie-ish. All right, so third place, drum roll, no. So it's school. Chetwood again, yes. Chetwood always walks away with the prize. They always put in the effort every year. So congratulations again. So in third place, Chetwood Primary School, Miss Shadir Green and Miss Laman. So this was very, 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 very close. So we're just going to give, we didn't plan for this, but we're just going to give them both a prize. All right? So congratulations to you both in third. So remember I said we didn't plan for it, right? So you'll get a medal on a later date, sorry. All right, so in second place, Chetwood Primary again, and this goes to Leandro. Congratulations, Leandro. Congratulations again. And in first place for the oratory competition, anybody know who this is? Yes, so first place goes to Abigail from Chetwood. And Abigail will receive gift basket from the Scientific Research Council and a stereo earphone. This is the stereo. Abigail, you're missing a prize. So you should be getting a stereo earphone as well. Congratulations, Abigail. All right, now we're moving on to the secondary. Wait, before we move on, I can't leave out the teacher. No, I want to invite the Chetwood Primary School teacher to come to the stage and we give her a round of applause. Miss Vinette Webb. I appreciate your input. All right, so thank you so much, Miss Webb. Now, Miss Webb is getting a large plaque from the Scientific Research Council that says most outstanding teacher at the primary level. Right, we couldn't give her 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have to give her a big one, right? Congratulations, Miss Webb, and you also receive a gift basket from the Scientific Research Council and a portable power bank, also from the SRC. So congratulations, Miss Webb, and good work. Keep it up. We hope we will continue to work with you for years and years and years to come. Competition is 32 years. We expect to go another 32, right? So congratulations. All right, thank you, Mrs. Henry. Now I want to invite to the stage, Miss Desan Watson. No, Miss Desan Watson, putting her on spot. Miss Watson is a STEM ambassador. She was also one of the judges for the competition. And she's here to support you guys today and support the event. So I want to invite Miss Desan Watson to the stage to make the presentation. All right, so we're going to announce the winners for the secondary category for the oratory competition. And we're going to start with third place. So in third place is Miss Marisha Gale from St. Hilda's High School. And Marisha will receive a medal and an earphone from the Scientific Research Council. And her teacher, where's our teacher? We're inviting our teacher to come to the stage. All right. So we are inviting our teacher to the stage as well, and she receives a plaque and gift basket from the Scientific Research Council. Ms. Shana K. Yui. Congratulations, Ms. Shana K. Yui. Thank you so much for your participation. Most outstanding teacher. She's a very dedicated STEM teacher, when I tell you. Great job. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Desan. At this time, I'm going to invite another one of our STEM ambassadors, Dr. Shade Foster, to the stage. Dr. Foster is also the team leader in the product development unit at the Scientific Research Council, or division rather, PDD. That's correct? Natural products, right. And she's also one of our STEM ambassadors. So if you want to go into that field, reach out so you can get some more information and mentorship from Dr. Shade Foster. So she will be making the presentation on our behalf. So in second place goes to Tequan Ellis. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Awesome. Congratulations, Mr. Ellis from Cornwall College. And Mr. Ellis will receive a Sony earphone and a medal. Congratulations. And we'd like to invite his teacher to the stage. Congratulations, Miss Monique Brown Johnson. Thank you so much from Cornwall College. Thank you. Oh, Miss is also supposed to get a gift basket. Yes, sorry about that. Congratulations, Miss. Thank you so much. She has always participated in all of our competitions. You can always expect Cornwall College to be there, and it's all because of Miss Monique Brown. All right, thank you so much, Miss. All right, so the moment you have been waiting for, first place. So first place goes to Habibat from St. Andrew High School for Girls. Congratulations. And she'll receive her first place medal. And of course, all of our students or participants will receive a certificate of participation. She will also receive a gift basket and a SRC portable power bank. Congratulations, Abibat. And we'd like to invite our teacher, Miss K. Simone Price Robinson, to the stage. She's not here today? Oh, she's on her way. So we can ask one of our students to collect on her behalf. And of course, the Outstanding Teacher Award is awarded to teachers who enter their students in several different categories. So if you want to get this huge plaque and outstanding award, you have to enter your students in the poster, performing arts, all of the categories, and your students placing in all of those categories, then you get the Outstanding Teacher Award. And this goes to K. Simone Price Robinson, Outstanding Teacher. Thank you so much, Dr. Foster. All right, so I'm going to invite Mr. Graham to make the next presentation. You know your name is going to be called. Wow, doing really bad on time. All right, so we're going to announce the winners of the poster competition in the primary and secondary category, and then finally the winners in the performing arts competition secondary category. So in the primary category, in third place is Colleen Ebanks from Montego Bay Christian Academy. Congratulations. That's Daddy with you or your teacher? Right, so Mr. Ebanks will receive a medal. Of course, you'll get your certificate of participation. Congratulations, sir. You're a girl. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, my apologies. Can you tell me your name again? Pronounce your name.
Kaylin.
Kaylin. Kaylin. Okay, Kaylin Ibanks. Congratulations, Kaylin. And you do look like a girl. My apologies. Congrats. She was like, I'm a girl. Of course you are. Girl power. Congratulations. Our teacher will also receive a prize. Okay, he said he's the husband. All right, so Miss Janice Mason Ebanks, third place teacher. And that is for the primary category poster competition. Thank you. So Miss Janice Mason Ebanks, congratulations. Oh, and she also gets a Nexit bulb, yes. You know, we're powering up your world, you know, we're bringing the power to you. So that's an LED bulb with Wi-Fi, right? So it's a Wi-Fi LED bulb, so you can connect with your phone and play music through the bulb. You see how high-tech it is? Yes. And it gives you lots of colors in your room, so it's a great prize. All right, so in second place, we're going to invite, and this is for the poster competition, Shadir Green from Chetwood Primary. Congratulations, Miss Green. Congratulations, and she'll receive a medal, and she receives a Bluetooth headphone. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. And wow. In first place goes to Abigail Mundo from Chetwood Primary. Congratulations, Abigail, again. And Abigail will receive a gift basket, a certificate of participation, a medal, and a Bluetooth speaker box, all from the Scientific Research Council. Congratulations, Abigail. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Graham. Thank you. I want to invite our other judge and STEM ambassador, Ms. Crystal. Could you please come to the stage? And she will be making a presentation for the poster competition, secondary category. So we're going to start with third place. So third place goes to Ewerton High School. Are they here today? Yes, Ewerton High School, Hekila Lug. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hekila will receive her medal, certificate of participation, and a stereo earphone. Congratulations, Akilo. Thank you. All right. We'll also like to present her teacher with a gift. So, teacher, come up, please. Miss Kadeen Hall, third place teacher in the poster category, poster entry. No man, no one hungry, no, but still. Wanna flanky clap. Congratulations, Miss Hall. Right. So she receives one of our Nexit light bulbs, LED and Wi-Fi light bulb. Congratulations, we're lighting up your world. Second place goes to Kelisa Grant from St. Andrew High School. And Kalisa receives a medal, certificate of participation, Bluetooth headphone. Congratulations, Kalisa. Of course, now we're ready for our first place winner, Rihanna Myrie from Mannings High School. Is Rihanna here today? Okay, I don't think Mannings is here today. So Rihanna Myrie from Mannings High School, congratulations. You will receive a gift basket from SRC, a Bluetooth speaker box, and your teacher will also receive a gift basket and a portable power bank. So now we're going to move on. Yes. Now we're going to move on to the performing arts competition. All right, so third place, and you saw them perform. Yes? You saw them perform. You didn't see them perform? He's looking at me like, you were one of the performers, right? Right, you saw them perform and they did an excellent job. And so these prizes, trust me, them not normal. So they're gonna get some really awesome prizes for this, for their performance and for the performing arts component of the competition. So we're gonna start with third place. Third place goes to Shanalda Campbell and Shantae Hardin, Green Pond High School. And they will receive their medals. Some help. Yes.
All right, and then you can hold this for me.
And they receive, so Shantae and Shanalda Hardin. So Shanalda Campbell, sorry, and Shantae Hardin will receive medals as well as ring lights. So this is a desk ring light that they can use with their cell phones. You know, you guys are all into that these days. Can create social media content and more awesome videos, right, with your performance. So we're hoping that you're going to continue. We'll see you in the movies, right? Yes. Awesome. So congratulations. We want to invite your teacher as well. We want to invite your teacher to the stage. Your teacher from Green Pond High School. I think he's collecting for the wife again. Yes. So congratulations. All right. So the teacher will actually receive a gaming combo mouse pad. Yes. 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 She already received the plaque. Yes. So she'll be getting a gaming mouse pad. So this is a really cool mouse with all of the gadgets inside of it. So congratulations. I wonder if the husband going to take this prize. I suspect him. Thank you so much. The kids will. Okay. All right. In second place is Mr. Lewis from Cornwall College. Congratulations. And Mr. Lewis will receive a medal and a Bluetooth speaker box. Congratulations, Mr. Romari Lewis from Cornwall College. And of course, this is the final one. In first place is, oh, sorry, I didn't call the teacher for Cornwall. Manique Brown Johnson, we have something else for you. Right, so Miss Manique Brown Johnson will receive a USB speaker. So, Miss, your classroom get loud now. So you get a USB speaker 2.0 and a LED light and plaque. See, oh, you got the LED light already, so you get a plaque. Thank you. Congratulations. Oh, the speaker is with LED light, so it's a speaker with LED light. All right, so in first place now is Gregon Johnson from St. Hilda's High School. And Gregon of our team, you know. Congratulations, you can share out the prizes. Congrats. But guys, you need to enter all the names in the application so you all can get everything, right? So congrats. Go St. Hilda's. And St. Hilda's have some, yeah, the girls are so smart. We went to their science fair recently and it was really innovative and amazing. Congratulations, ladies. And congratulations also to your teacher who received their prize earlier. All right, so that is for the secondary category. All right, so at this time, yes, but you're gonna stay. I want to invite all the other judges who are here today to come to the stage. So Desan Watson, Dr. Foster, Mr. Graham, Mrs. Caroline Rose Miller. And here to make this presentation is Mr. Elijah Green, ISD manager. How many are there? 6, you said? I'm seeing 5. Congratulations, Mr. Graham. Well, I say congrats. Thank you, Mr. Graham. Thank you for your contribution. This competition would not have been possible without you. Thank you so much. Yes, so can we just do one photo with everybody, right? Yes, let's just do one photo. Yes. Yes, just give everybody, right? Thank you so much. Competition would not have been possible without your contribution as well. And you know, it was such an amazing competition. I really am thankful for the teachers and all the participants here today and those who could not make it as well, but took the time out to enter the different competition. I see Mr. Philip Chen. Yes, Mr. Chen, you never get your prize. Oh my, Mr. Chen is one of those dedicated educators. Right? I want to give Mr. Chen a round of applause and invite him to the stage, of course. Congratulations, Mr. Philip Chen from the Kingston Technical High School, who's here, always here with his students, always participating in the various competitions. Thank you so much, Mr. Chen, and congratulations, and continue. We have to reward hard work and dedication. I wish I could give you $1 million. Yes, congratulations, Mr. Philip Chen. All right. So I want to thank you all again, but before we wrap up, I'm going to invite all our winners to the stage. So please come to the stage. All our winners with your prizes, please come to the stage so we can take a photograph, all right? Thank you so much. You can also, your teachers, please join. Teachers, please join your students. Yes, one big photograph. Let's do it right here. Yeah. Wait, this that way? Do it down. Stay at the top. All right, come to the stage.
The Scientific Research Council serves the productive sector, policymakers, and the general public in order to enable sustainable growth and development in Jamaica since June 1960. The SRC is ISO 9001 certified and Jamaica's principal public sector agency responsible for the fostering and the coordination of scientific research and the promotion of its application. The projects and activities of the Council are designed to popularize science, technology, and innovation, and support the growth and development of the local agro-industrial sector through research, adaptation of available technologies, and the provision of training, consultancy services, and technical assistance. The services provided include product development, standardization of products and processes, shelf line studies, food incubator services, nutritional labeling, laboratory analyses, biotechnology services including tissue culture, wastewater treatment and management, development of products guided by national objectives and consumer demands. Main areas of focus include biotechnology, which focuses on micropropagation of ornamental, medicinal, and food crops, germplasm conservation, commercial production of disease-free plants for farming and horticulture, plant breeding program for increased disease resistance in ginger, coffee, and sweet yam, and conservation of endangered endemic species. Research on natural products, which focuses on improving the use of Jamaica's organic resources in an economically beneficial manner. The activities include development and validation of local herbal materials for production of teas and other value-added products, characterization of plant extracts, evaluation of essential oils for biological activity, formulation of nutraceuticals, cosmeceuticals, and personal care products. The Council nurtures and supports medium, small, and micro enterprises with a focus on agriculture and agro-processing through food product development and the Food Processing Incubator. As an advocate of quality and other international standards,
Youth have the power, right? Let me hear you say the power. Youth have the? No, man, I have no power. Youth have the? All right, let's get one of those shots. Youth have the? Awesome. All right, thank you so much, and I can't say it enough. You know, a big thank you to Mr. Philip Chen again. I can't big him up enough because he's just one of those, you know, outstanding teachers that really make an impact and a difference in the lives of his students. And I really admire him over the years, and I just can't big him up enough. So thanks again, Mr. Chen, one of our outstanding teachers, of course. All right, we are at the end of this amazing day, an amazing event, right? I want to say congratulations to all of our students. Of course, lunch is here, but one more thing before we start the lunch. There is an evaluation sheet, teachers, in your folder. We're going to ask you to just kindly fill it out with the assistance of the students, of course, to just tell us, you know, what we can do better. This will help us to improve in the future. And again, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who is here today, all our teachers, judges, students, our guest speaker, for full presentation, right? Thank you so much. Also for Miss Erica for popping in. Yes, thank you, Erica, and of course, for being a part of the competition. Thank you so much. So congratulations to everyone. Of course, Erica, we have something for you too, you know, don't worry. Yes, always say encouragement sweeten the labor, right? Yes, so congratulations again to everyone. Thank you so much for, you know, being a part of this event and for answering the call whenever we call on you from the Scientific Research Council, Science and Technology Education Unit. Thank you to our students. And guess what, students? You need to be ambassadors for this competition. You need to invite your other friends and students. Say, apply, man, apply. It's a good thing, all right? And for those who did not receive a prize, you're still a winner. You know, you're still a winner. Congratulations to you as well. And we really appreciate you taking the time out to be here and to submit an entry. So, you know, next year, I'm sure it's going to be bigger and better. You've witnessed it firsthand, what it really takes. And you've seen the presentations and they were really good. So maybe we just have to wheel and come again a little, right? But I'm sure, based on the feedback from all our judges, that you guys really were innovative and creative. And we want to say a big thank you. Thank you. Bye.
through the provision of chemical and microbiological testing of water, wastewater, and foods. The SRC is a center of excellence that utilizes innovation, scientific and technical information to facilitate the development, application, and transfer of technology for the benefit of all Jamaicans. Through the Business Incubation Center and the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center, the SRC supports the growth of our local and energy industries, providing training, mentorship, and technical assistance to various players in the manufacturing sector and climate mitigation space. We provide technology-based solutions to persistent agricultural, environmental, and climate change issues such as wastewater treatment systems, energy efficiency, sustainable agriculture, and resource use efficiency. Wastewater management. The Council delivers cost-effective, easy-to-maintain waste management solutions which will ultimately reduce or prevent the effects of wastewater on our natural resources and ecosystems. It has successfully provided solutions for the disposal and treatment of domestic, agricultural, and industrial wastewater through various systems that include biodigesters, upflow anaerobic sludge blankets, UASB, and biodigester septic tanks, BST. Our systems that are compliant with NEPA standards also generate valuable byproducts such as organic fertilizer, biogas, and treated effluent that can be used for irrigation purposes or returned to the environment without harm. Vegetative filter beds, sand filters, ponds, sludge drying beds, absorption pits, and anaerobic baffled reactors ABRs are also installed by the SRC. The Scientific Research Council is on a mission to popularize science and technology in schools. Through our popularization thrust, over 200 schools have established schools, science and technology societies that participate in activities such as Young Inventors and Innovators Competition, essay, oratory, debate, poster and performing arts competitions, professional development workshops for teachers, science summer camps, youth ideation and entrepreneurship seminars, all using non-traditional methods of presenting the sciences to facilitate its relevance to regular life. The Scientific Research Council supports innovation and science education among our youth. The Scientific Research Council is committed to excellence in customer satisfaction, continuous improvement and communication. We provide our clients with excellent services and are responsive, collaborative, and results-driven. The Scientific Research Council, a center of excellence, impacting national development through science, technology, and innovation.
Thank you.